다시 돌아온 한국어와 영어로 두 사람이 자연스럽게 대화하는 반반 팟캐스트 하프앤하프의 정태용입니다. 반갑습니다.
Hi, I'm Jeep, and you're listening to Half and Half.
이번 시간이 찌프와의 세 번째 시간인데요.
Mm-hmm.
이번 시간의 주제는 찌프가 골랐죠.
Yeah, I thought this would be a fun topic.
오늘의 주제는
Today's topic is flea markets.
flea market.
Yeah, flea markets. In Korean, you'd say this as 벼룩시장.
벼룩시장. 그렇죠.
I think the translation's
벼룩시장.
very similar.
아, 그래요?
벼룩 and flea are very similar meaning, I think. Yeah.
아니 그 flea의 정확한 뜻이 뭐예요?
It's like how do you say like very very small bugs, right? 벌레. They
네.
get on your skin and they like
네, 막 간지럽고.
yeah. That's a flea.
네. 아, 그것도 벌레예요?
Yeah. So I mean, we call it that because a flea market, you sell your used things to other people,
네.
and sometimes they're very very old things that might have bugs on them. So it's a little bit. They're not necessarily clean. You buy old used things, right?
그렇죠.
So but it has kind of a cute feeling in English. Fleas can sometimes, we can think of them as a little bit cute. I don't know.
그래요?
Yeah, a little bit.
벼룩은 귀여운 느낌은 아닌 것 같은데.
Really? They're kind of gross.
조금 예.
Okay. But yeah,
예.
the reason I was thinking about this topic is because I went to a very very big garage sale in our city. So I live in Canada in a city called Ottawa, which is the capital. And
오타와.
Ottawa, yeah.
네.
Every year we have a huge, very very big garage sale where in our community, everybody at their house will put items either on their lawn, on their front lawn, or they'll have items in their garage. So it'll be furniture, clothes, books, and everything. People sell everything. But it's so big that my wife and I, we went for 3 hours. 3 hours walking all around the neighborhood looking. Everybody's lawn was different things. So it's like one huge flea market, right? Yeah. So I thought it reminded me about flea markets. I thought it'd be a fun topic. Yeah.
네, 좋아요.
Yeah.
일단 그 집 앞에 있는 론이라는 게
Yeah.
잔디밭 같은 거죠.
That's right. Yeah. Usually grass.
그러면 대부분 거의 다 막 한국식 아파트먼트 빌딩이 아니라
Right.
주택이겠네요.
Yeah. They're actual family houses, not apartments. That's true. But
그 차이가 큰 것 같아요.
oh yeah. Well, tell me about your culture.
일단 한국은
Yeah.
그런 주택보다
Yeah.
아파트가 압도적으로 많거든요.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of apartments.
네, 그렇다 보니까 자기 집 앞에 마당이 없잖아요.
Right.
그러니까 집 앞마다 뭘 놔두고 하는 게 없어요.
Right. There's no space in front of a house to sell things like that.
그렇죠.
Right.
그러다 보니 저도 큰 아파트 단지에 사는 게 아니라서
Right.
그런 게 있는지 없는지 모르겠는데 예전에는 있었던 것 같은데 지금은 찾아보기 어려운 것 같아요.
I think so too. Yeah, I think maybe a long time ago in Korea, when there was less apartments, maybe people did sell items like that. Yeah.
있었을 거예요. 네.
Yeah. It seems possible.
네.
But the people here that live in apartments, they can also participate in this big garage sale. They either at the church or the library or post office or buildings like that. People can bring a table and bring their things and put it on the table and then sell it like right there.
네.
Yeah. So everybody
저도
can sell things. Yeah.
그쵸. 예. 저도 어릴 때 교회에서
A church.
그런 걸 한 걸 크게 한 걸 본 적 있어요. 그럼 이제 저 같은 초등학생 뭐 아이들은 막 교회에서 막 열심히 대답 잘하고 막 뭐 착하게 하면 막 점수 같은 거를 돈 같이 받았거든요.
Oh, you got points for selling things.
네.
Right.
네. 그러면은 그 포인트를 잘 모아뒀다가
Mm-hmm.
그 벼룩시장 할 때
Right.
막 떡볶이 팔고
Yeah.
막 그랬거든요. 그럼 그 포인트로 그거 사 먹을 수 있었어요.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So, so here's a question though. Did you make the tteokbokki or did you just sell? Where did the tteokbokki come from? Who made it? That's the question. Yeah.
그거는 이제 그 시장 주최 측이라고 하는
Yeah.
그 시장을 그 만들고
Yeah.
이제 시장을 관리하는 쪽에서
Right.
이제 좀 더 그 시장을 재밌게 하기 위해
I see.
네 그런 떡볶이도 만들어서 팔고
Okay.
그렇게 하는 거죠.
Yeah, that makes sense. We had a similar thing at the garage sale I was at, or at the the giant. It's just a flea market. It's a giant flea market, but people were selling hot dogs, and not Korean hot dogs. So Korean hot dog is like on a stick, right?
네.
We call those corn dogs in USA.
콘독 맞아요.
So hot dog for us is on a bun, right? You have the bun, you put it on.
그 빵이 이렇게 딱 그 이렇게 돼 있고 가운데 소세지
Yeah, exactly.
들어가는
Yeah.
핫도그. 네.
Yeah, so there was people selling hot dogs like that. And they were with a church. Some groups were with the church, and some were Boy Scouts. I think it's aramdang in Korean. Aramdang.
아람단?
Yeah.
맞긴 맞아요. 네.
Yeah, we call those Boy Scouts.
네, 맞아요.
Yeah, so they were selling hot dogs, and that was great because my wife and I were walking for so long, we got really hungry and tired, and we needed hot dogs. So yeah, yeah.
그래서 핫도그 팔고 비슷한 부분이 많네요.
Yeah. One other thing that we saw a lot, I hadn't thought about it in a long time, but in America and in Canada, children sell lemonade.
네, 그 되게 유명한 것 같던데.
Yeah. So it's very common, I think, for young children, maybe 5 years old or 6 years old, even 7 years old, to sell lemonade because all you need is lemons, water, ice, and sugar. That's it, right?
네, 그렇죠.
And so they'll sell lemonade in like really small cups like this for $1.
그렇게 파는구나.
Yeah, but on a hot day when it's really hot, then people will not just okay. Lemonade is very refreshing, right?
네.
시원해요.
네, 맞아요.
But also,
네.
they want to support children and like show them that like, oh, here's how you can earn money. You work hard and you get money, right?
그거
Yeah.
좋은 문화인 것 같아요.
Yeah. I think so too.
네, 어릴 때부터 그렇게
right.
일을 하게 해서 직접 돈을 벌게 하는 경험을 주는.
Right. Yeah. So parents will teach their children. Here's how you can work. Go make lemonade, sell it on the street, especially at a flea market like this. So lots of people.
네.
Right? Yeah.
그거를 저도 진짜 어릴 때부터 TV 드라마였나 영화에서 그런 장면들을 많이 봤어요.
Yeah. I think on TV, like in movies, in dramas, you'll see people selling lemonade like this. It's because it's a real thing that people do, but it makes for interesting stories, I think. Because every customer is a different person, right? So you can make interesting stories in movies like that. Yeah.
그런 기능이 있네.
Yeah, I think so.
그렇죠. 그래서 그런 벼룩시장.
Well,
근데 그냥 생각난 건데 벼룩시장이란 말을 많이 쓰지는 않는 것 같아요.
You don't use that word very much?
제 생각에는.
What word do you use usually?
일단 그게 실제 벼룩시장 자체가 거의 없어지기도 했고 그리고 벼룩시장이라는 말 말고 바자회라는 말을 또 썼어요.
네. I've never heard that word actually.
근데 그 바자회라고 많이 하는데 그 왜 바자회냐면 그게 그 한국어나 그 한자 한국어가 아니에요. 그 바자르 있잖아요.
Bazaar. Oh, right. Yeah.
바자르.
바라.
그거를 그냥 바자회,
Right.
바자회.
바자. That it makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
네, 저는 그거 한국어인 줄 알았거든요.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
어릴 때?
Yeah, in English we use the word bazaar, but bazaar, if we say bazaar, we're usually only talking about like Morocco or Egypt or maybe some like Middle East countries.
네.
That specific style or theme we think about.
아.
So in USA we wouldn't usually use the term bazaar unless if it was Egypt cultural event in the USA, special cultural event in the USA, then maybe we would say bazaar in that case. But
아, 그렇게 부르는구나.
yeah. But what did you say? 바자회?
네, 바자회.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
그 회가 아마 모일회일 거예요.
Meeting.
한자가.
Yeah. Yeah.
네, 그래서 운동회
Right.
뭐 이런 것처럼
대-
바자회,
대회.
대회 이렇게
Right, right.
그런 것 같아요.
오케이.
아무튼 그래서 그 지프가 얘기했던
Yeah.
그 엄청나게 큰 벼룩시장은
Yeah.
뭐 따로 열리는 시즌 같은 게 있어요?
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, Canada is really cold, and there's a lot of snow in the winter. The winter is very long. So once all the snow melts, and maybe once the flowers are starting to bloom, once it's a little bit
딱이네요.
warm, then everybody wants to sell their old things because okay, so they have winter coats and gloves and hats and
네.
winter things they don't need right now. They want to sell those things, and other people want to buy them cheap, right?
그렇죠. 예,
If you buy a
맞아요.
coat in the summer, it's much more cheap.
아, 그렇죠.
Yeah, so people are trading things. Oh yeah, we have another word for
네.
flea market. We also call it swap meet. Swap meet.
swap meet.
Yeah, swap means trade, right?
예, 바꾸다.
Yeah.
네.
And meet is 회 in this case, right?
아.
So we call it swap meet sometimes because you can buy things with money,
네.
but you can also trade things. How do you say it's 물물
맞아요. 물물 교환.
물물 교환? Yeah. So you
네,
can trade
물물 교환.
items like, oh, I'll give you this TV, you give me your skis, or you give me your coat or something, right?
오.
Yeah.
물물
Swap
교환.
meet.
어.
Yeah.
바터리 아니에요? 바터리.
Barter.
바터. 물물 교환. 그거
Yeah.
그 나중에 그 뭐 뉴클리어 워 이런 거 터지면
Yeah.
바터로
Oh, yeah.
물물 교환으로 살아가야 되잖아요.
Battery. That would be a battery. But
예.
then there's another thing. Swap meet though, if we say swap meet, usually the meaning is more specific. It's like comic book swap meet or video game swap meet or Pokemon swap meet. Something like that. Like very, very smaller
네.
topics. Very specific, right? Yeah.
아, 그러면 뭐 사실 뭐 옷이랑 책을 교환하는 건 좀 까다롭잖아요.
Yeah.
네, 근데 책이랑 책을 교환하는 건 쉬우니까.
That's right. Yeah, there could be a book swap meet or even like sci-fi book swap meet. Something like that. Yeah.
아, 그 얘기 들으니까 옛날에 읽었던 책이 생각나는데.
Right.
그 낭만적이라고 느꼈던 부분이 하나 있는데 그 파울로 코엘료?
What?
아니 제가 한국식 발음밖에 모르겠는데
Okay.
그 The Alchemist라는 소설 알아요?
The Alchemist.
네, 그 파울로 코엘료라고 하나 뭐라? 한국 발음으로는 파울로 코엘료라고 하거든요.
Paulo Coelho. I think that I don't know who you're talking about. I'm sorry.
네, 아무튼 파울로 코엘료라는 그 작가의 연금술사 The Alchemist라는 소설의 그 주인공이 양치기 산티아고예요. 예, 양치기 양 그 인도하는 사람. 그래서 막 양털 깎아서 팔고 돌아다니는 사람인데 근데 그 사람이 이제 연금술사가 되어가는 그 이야기란 말이에요.
Okay. So
네, 근데
Youngta is like wool, right? Selling.
네, 맞아요,
Okay,
맞아요.
yeah.
네. 근데 이제 그 양들이랑 같이 항상 떠돌면서 살면서 짐이 많이 없잖아요. 그래서 가는 도시마다 그 자기가 다 읽은 책을 그 새로운 사람을 만나서 바꾸더라고요.
Okay, okay. So he's traveling from village to village, and
네,
every time he gets to a new place, he trades one book with another book.
네, 네,
Uh-huh.
네. 그 갑자기 그게 생각나는데 너무 낭만적인 이야기 같아요.
Right. Yeah,
그렇죠. 네.
yeah.
네. 아무튼 네.
Okay, so I have a question.
네.
Like I assume that you've been to flea markets, right? Like you've gone and bought things there.
사실
Mhm.
한국에서는
Mm-hmm.
거의 없다고 봐야 할 것 같아요.
Really? Okay.
정말 어릴 때 아니면 사실 저는 본 적도 없어요.
Oh, really? Okay.
네.
So I visited Korea a couple years ago, and
네.
in Seoul, in Dongdaemun area, there was a couple flea markets that I went to in Seoul, and it was really interesting. I think
그래요?
I think it was pretty similar to USA, but how do I explain this? The thing that surprised me the most was that the clothes, when they were selling clothes, they were in one really big pile. It was a huge pile of clothes. And
네.
everybody was like, looking through, like trying to find a good shirt or trying to find good pants or socks or whatever, right? They were looking through.
네.
In USA, we don't usually put them in a pile. We hang them up. So they're all
네.
like hung up in a long
네.
row. And there could be lots and lots of them, but they're not in a pile. They're in a row.
네.
Yeah.
그게 제가 알기론 그게 막 되게 흔하게 볼 수 있는 곳이 아닐 거예요.
Yeah.
그 딱 그 동네에 있는 그런 걸 거예요,
Right.
아마.
Yeah.
네. 저도 자주 보지는 못하는
Okay.
장면인데.
Yeah.
한국은
Mhm.
옛날부터 뭐 이제는 꽤 옛날이라고 부를 수 있는 옛날부터
Mhm.
그 벼룩시장의 온라인 버전이 좀 대중화됐거든요.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
네, 그 사이트 이름은 참고로 중고나라예요.
중고나라?
네네,
중고나라.
중고. 네네,
used
중고가
item
이제
country.
맞아요.
Okay.
네, 중고나라.
Yeah.
그래서 다 이제 한국 사람들이 인터넷이 빨랐으니까.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you're right. When I was younger, before the internet,
네,
flea markets were more common, but then eBay became very, very popular. eBay, we call it. Bay Bay is like a place where you can buy and sell things sometimes. Bay. And then E is electronic. So electronic
네,
Bay became very popular. And then there was less flea markets. There was less yard sales. There was less garage sales. That's true. And also, I mean, like you talked about before, in Korea, more people live in apartments than houses. So maybe it's more difficult to have like a flea market or a garage sale.
그런 것 같아요.
Yeah. But
네.
yeah, here they're still pretty common. So the big one that I went to is just one day a year, just one day.
오,
But we have another area in the city where every weekend for 2 days, every weekend, maybe for 3 months during the summer, there's a flea
네.
market every weekend. Yeah, but it's a little bit
와.
smaller. Yeah. Yeah.
음흠.
So that's just in one building. Everybody brings their things and sells just in that building. Yeah.
아,
Yeah. But yeah. Okay. So maybe not a flea market, but maybe online. But where do you usually buy used items or used things?
제가 예전에 에피소드에서 한번 얘기했을 것
Mhm.
같은데 했던 것 같은데
Mm-hmm.
요즘은 당근마켓
Yeah.
당근마켓이라는 그 중고나라인데
Mm-hmm.
그 애플리케이션 버전이고
Mm-hmm.
그리고 지역 기반의 앱이에요.
It's another name, 지역 기반?
그러니까 중고나라는
Yeah.
그냥 제가 부산에 사는데
Yeah.
뭐 서울에 사는 사람이 파는 물건도 제가 그냥 사고 싶다고 메시지를 보낼 수 있거든요.
Right. Yeah.
근데 이 당근마켓은
Yeah.
그 지역, 뭐 부산, 서울, 뭐
okay.
지역 이렇게
Yeah.
그 지역 베이스예요. 지역 기반.
I see. So when you buy things on Tangam Market, which is carrot market, but Tangam Market, it's
네.
just for your local area. So
네.
delivery is very easy or cheap.
뭐 사실 딜리버리를 안 쓰고
Yeah.
그 직접 만나서
Right,
그
right.
대부분 받아요.
Right.
네.
You meet them
네.
in maybe where would you usually meet? Like a parking lot or what area? At your house?
다양해요. 그냥 뭐,
Anywhere.
뭐 지하철역에서 만날 때도 있고.
Okay.
그리고 뭐 그 주차장에서 만날 때도 있고.
That makes sense. Yeah.
네, 뭐 집 앞에 있는 편의점 앞에서 만날 때도 있고.
Okay.
제일 좋은 거는 경찰서 앞에서 만나는 거예요.
For the police station.
네.
Very safe. Yeah, good idea.
네.
Makes sense. Yeah.
네. 그래서 저는 당근마켓에서
Yeah.
잘 사요.
Okay.
네.
Yeah, we have a similar thing in USA. It's called Craigslist.
들어봤어요.
Yeah. So Craigslist is similar. It's for just the local area. And then I think more recently we have Kijiji. It's
What?
called Kijiji.
카지지?
Yeah, I don't know. It might be just Canadian. I'm not sure actually.
네.
So Kijiji, it doesn't have any special meaning, but it's similar to Tangam Market. And then we also have it's like Facebook Marketplace, I think it's called. So Facebook Marketplace is also very similar. Yeah. Oh, and we have one called Buy Nothing.
Buy nothing?
Buy Nothing.
그 서비스 이름이에요?
Yeah, it's the name of the service. Buy Nothing.
Buy nothing? 네. 왜지?
So everything on Buy Nothing is always free. Only free items. Yeah.
네.
Yeah. So so people will post and say, I have a free, something. I have a free pillow or a free puzzle, free microphone, free hat, whatever, anything free. And
네.
then somebody will say, "Oh, I want your free hat. Let's meet and I'll take it." Right?
네.
But you can also go and you can just look for items, like you want to find something for free or look at items for free, and people post
네.
pictures of the item and you can go and pick. But yeah, people on Buy Nothing will give items and take items for free all the time. Yeah, it's very interesting.
그러니까 내가 뭐 예를 들면
Yeah.
이 모자 너무 안 써서
Yeah.
버리고 싶은데
Yeah.
버리는 건 좀 그러니까
Yeah, instead of throwing it away, you can give it to somebody.
필요한 사람 있으면 쓰세요.
Yeah.
이렇게 그거를
Mhm.
당근마켓에서도 해요.
Oh, there's free items on Tangam Market.
네네.
okay.
돈 안 받고 그냥 나눔이라고 해요. 그걸.
Just trading.
나눠주는 거 나눔.
Right. Sharing.
네, 저도 나눔을 좀 해봤거든요.
Mm.
근데 그 당근마켓은 제가 그냥 평소에 갖고 싶은 아이템이 있을 수 있잖아요.
Yeah.
근데 그거를 항상 수시로 막 들어가서 누가 그 물건 안 올렸는지 체크를 하니까
Right.
그 키워드 알림 기능이 있어요.
Right. Mm-hmm.
그래서 뭐 미디 키보드 뭐 팝니다 이런 거 제가 그 키워드를 설정해 두면
Yeah.
그 누가 올렸을 때 바로 알림이 와서 제가 바로 얘기를 할 수 있게.
Uh-huh.
근데 그거를 알림을 설정할 때 가격 설정도 할 수 있거든요.
가격 설정. So the price, what is 설정 though? Oh, it's like bidding, right?
네네. 이 경우에는
Yeah.
뭐 5만 원보다 싼 것만 알림이 오게 설정해요.
Okay, I see.
네, 그 가격을 이렇게 설정해요.
Yeah.
제가 원하는 대로.
Right.
네, 근데 그래서 아무튼 가격을 설정할 수 있는데
Right.
그 나눔도 알림을 받을 수 있거든요.
Okay.
그래서 그런가 대부분 나눔 이렇게 해서 그 나눔합니다 가져가세요라고 글을 올리잖아요.
Right, right.
그러면 1초 만에 제가
One second
받을게요.
later.
이렇게 네.
Yeah.
1초 만에 제가 가지겠습니다. 이렇게 답장이 좀 올 때가 있어요.
Right, right. So I mean, so there's definitely a lot of competition to get free items, but there's also probably bots or scams that are just trying to get free items, right?
그런 것 같아요. 예.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
네, 그러니까 아니 그 저는 그래서 되게 좋은 마음으로
Yeah.
그 좋은 생각을 가지고 나눔을 하려고 하잖아요.
Yeah.
근데 이 사람들 보면 좀 이게 진짜 필요한가 이 사람이?
Right. Yeah. You're just trying to be nice, but people respond so quickly that like you can't trust them that they actually need the item. Like, do they really need it? Yeah.
그러니까요.
Yeah. Sometimes. Okay. So on Buy Nothing, there's a few methods. Sometimes people will say, I have this comic book, right? It's maybe some Spider-Man, right?
네.
If you want this item, tell me your favorite Spider-Man story, or tell me your favorite Spider-Man villain, right?
오.
So if people respond in 1 second and say, "Oh, I want the comic book," but don't answer the question, they fail, right?
오.
But if they answer and say, "Oh, I like Venom, that character," right?
네.
Then you say, "Oh, this real person, like I can give them this book." Or sometimes there'll be what we call raffle. So we choose randomly. So we say, who wants this book? We wait 1 hour. Maybe there's 20 people. And then we randomly choose, oh, that person gets it. So, yeah.
raffle이라고 해요, 그거.
Yeah, raffle. It means random. It's just 뽑기 if we say raffle.
네, 뽑기.
Yeah.
네. 그러면
Yeah.
뽑기로 일단 한 명 골라서 그 사람한테 갑자기 질문해서
Yeah.
대답 못하면 다시 뽑고 그러면 좋겠다.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that works pretty well.
네.
Yeah. There was something else I was thinking about. I can't remember.
참고로 그때 그 나눔 이야기를 하자면 제가 그 지금 뒤에 있는 게 미디 키보드인데 그 미디 키보드인데 예전에 쓰던 작은 미디 키보드가 하나 또 있었거든요. 근데 그걸 너무 안 쓰고 작아서 불편해서 안 쓰고 그 긴 거를 사면서 그걸 이제 나눔을 했는데 그거는 진짜 그냥 뭐 양말 쪼가리 뭐 이런 게 아니잖아요. 진짜 무슨 기계잖아요. 그러니까 사람들이 좀 많이 갖고 싶었나 봐요. 그게.
Yeah.
그래서 올리자마자 진짜 15초도 안 돼서 12명인가?
Right.
12명인가 메시지가 왔는데
Right.
근데 그 중에 어떤 사람이 있었냐면 혹시 택배로 보내주실 수 있나요? 이렇게
Yeah.
그런 사람도 있더라고요.
Wow. Yeah.
나눔인데
You're just trying to
택배로
share
보내달래요.
stuff.
네. 그래서 와 진짜 세상에는 특이한 사람들이 많구나 이렇게
Yeah.
느꼈어요.
There's so many different kinds of people in the world. You never know.
네.
Yeah. I guess I was just thinking about this. Is that I don't know if it's this way in Korea, but in USA, sometimes when we try to throw away a big item, like if we have a couch, like a big sofa that we want to throw away,
네.
it costs money to throw it away. Like you can't just throw it away for free. It costs money, right?
한국도 그래요. 네,
Okay.
한국도 똑같아요. 네.
So that's why sometimes on a free marketplace like Buy Nothing, we say free couch, one condition. You come and you take it.
맞아요.
So then you can throw it away for free because somebody takes it. And
맞아요.
if they really need it, I don't care. I just want them to take it. Please just take it.
그러니까
Yeah.
그거 너무 좋지 않아요? 그거?
Yeah. It's good.
저도 여러 번 그랬어요.
Yeah.
그러니까 아니
Right.
진짜 큰 거 하려면 한국도
Mm-hmm.
그 구청 알아요? 구청?
구청. What is that?
그 제가 사는 곳이
Mm-hmm.
그 한국의 부산시의
Mm-hmm.
그 부산시의 해운대 구예요.
Oh, okay. So it's a
네.
neighborhood in Busan, the middle, in the middle.
뭐 아니요.
Oh,
그 해운대 구에 그 막 여러 일을 관리하는 사무실 같은 거.
I'm thinking about it. Hold on.
그러니까 그 부산의
Yeah,
해운대구, 뭐 동래구,
Okay.
뭐뭐 구 있는데
Okay, ku
그
is
구마다
a type of like area or neighborhood. We call ku.
네,
Okay.
뭐 디스트릭트라고
District,
하면
sure.
되나? 네네.
Mhm.
근데 이제 거기마다 있는
Mhm.
해운대구청,
Okay. Okay.
동래구청.
Okay. Okay.
그래서 이 구청에서
Mhm. Mhm.
그 뭐 이런 여권,
Yeah.
여권도 만들어주고
Mhm.
그리고 막 뭐 여러 가지 그 사람들이 신청하는 일을 해줘요.
Mhm.
아무튼 그런 소파나 침대 같은 걸 버리려면
Yeah.
구청에 신고를 해야 돼요.
Yeah. You have to notify them that they're leaving something in some place. Yeah.
네.
Right.
그러면
Yeah.
트럭이 와서 가지고 가고.
Yeah, that's the same here. It's the same here. True.
아, 똑같구나.
Yeah,
똑같네요. 똑같아.
Yeah, here sometimes we call that service theft. Service theft. So
되게
so theft
신기한 단어네.
theft means stealing, right? Like stealing
네.
something. And service
네.
is like some service. In this case it's the trash service. So you
네.
take an item, you leave it somewhere, you're stealing the service of them taking your thing. It's a little hard to explain, but like
에?
so you throw something away,
네.
but you throw it away in somebody else's garbage, not yours, but somebody else's garbage, and they pay for it, not you. So we call it service theft.
오, 되게 그러니까 그 실제로 제가 상대방의 어떤 것을 뺏거나 훔치는 건 아닌데
No.
그냥 저의 짐을
Yeah.
주는 건데
Yeah.
그걸 theft라고 표현하네요.
Yeah, we still call it theft because you're stealing. In this case, you're kind of stealing money a little bit, right?
그렇죠.
So yeah, but yeah, we report that too. We have to report it. You're right.
그래서 그런 걸 딱 표현하는 단어가 있구나. 그렇게 service theft.
Service theft. Yeah.
한국엔 아직 그런 단어는 없는 것 같아요.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. I remember. Here's the other thing I wanted to talk about. So in English, we call this haggling.
haggling. 네.
I don't remember the Korean word for haggling, but
못 들어본
I'll
단어예요.
explain what it
haggling.
means.
네.
When you see an item you want to buy.
네.
You say, how much is it? And they say $20. And you're like, no, too much. And they say, $15. And you're like, $10. $12. Okay, $12. That's haggling, where you choose a price, or you kind of fighting about the price.
네.
Yeah.
한국은
Yeah.
원래 그 정식 단어는
Yeah.
흥정하다거든요. 흥정하다.
흥정. Right.
네, 흥정하다.
Right.
그 단어가 원래 단어고.
Yeah.
근데 사람들이 이런 당근마켓, 중고나라 이런 데서 많이 쓰는 단어는
Yeah.
네고예요. 네고.
Right. Everybody.
알아요?
Yeah. I've heard that. So I saw it on comedy programs like, how do you say, 개그 콘서트? Like
네.
there's 당근마켓 개그 콘서트 내용. So maybe like comedy skit. We say comedy skit about haggling. And so I've heard it on there. Yeah. It's pretty funny. Yeah.
그렇죠. 그 네고 negotiation에서
네고.
나온 네고 안 받습니다. 뭐 네고 환영.
Right.
이렇게 네고 가능합니다.
Right. Yeah, we can call it negotiation also. But usually we would say haggling. Yeah.
Haggling.
Yeah.
이거 꿀팁이네요.
But I was curious. Do you ever haggle?
저는 좀 하는 편이에요.
Yeah.
네, 좀 해요. 좀 해.
Okay. Yeah.
네, 그 일단 근데 충분히 싼 가격이라고 생각이 들면 안 하는 편이고.
Yeah.
네.
If it's cheap enough, you don't need to haggle. Yeah.
그렇죠.
Yeah.
그거는 그 싸게 파는 사람한테 예의가 아닌 것 같아서 좀 못하겠어요.
Yeah.
좀 약 올리는 것도 아니고. 왜냐면 그 저도 몇 번 받아봤거든요. 그 내고를.
Right.
근데 아니 무슨 10,000원짜리 파는데 막 2,000원 내고 해달라고 그러고. 아니 좀 어이가 없는 거예요. 나는 훨씬 가격을 이미 싸게 파는데.
Right. Yeah. Especially if it's a used item. Why is it so expensive sometimes? Like they're selling full price for a used item. Just like no.
그쵸.
네.
예. 아니 저는 그래서 싸게 팔아요.
Yeah. You sell things cheap.
네. 아니 그 제가 팔 때는 싸게 팔아요. 근데 거기에다가 내고를 하는 사람들을 보니까 나는 다른 사람들이 싸게 팔 때 내고 안 해야 되겠다.
Right. Yeah.
그렇게 생각했어요.
Right. You're selling it so cheap that people shouldn't want to haggle, but
네.
still they do sometimes.
네.
Yeah, everybody wants it cheaper, no matter how cheap you sell it. If you're giving it for free, they say, "Oh, give it for free and give me $2."
그러니까요. 진짜. 네.
Yeah.
그래서 아무튼 근데 좀 가격이 좀 나가는 가격이 좀 비싼 그런 물건 살 때는 그때도 다짜고짜 시작부터 이거 내고 해주세요라고는 안 하고
Yeah.
그 혹시 아직 구매 가능한가요? 아직 안 팔렸나요? 이렇게 물어보고 좀 예의 바르게
Right.
그 언제 거래 가능하신가요? 물어보고 제가 어디로 가면 그 살 수 있을까요? 물어보고
Right.
이제 제가 충분히 살 생각이 있다.
Right.
그리고 내가 예의 있는 사람이다. 이걸 보여주고 그 다음에 혹시 가능하면 좀 할인이 가능할까요? 이렇게
Right.
얘기를 하는 편인데.
Right. Yeah, showing that you're very polite and, saying like, if it doesn't sell, then consider this price and I'll be back.
네.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm similar. So at the flea market, if I see something that's too expensive, or sometimes there'll be no price, right? It won't be written. I'll say, "Oh, how much?" And they say the price, and I'm, okay. I think about it. I'm like, I don't want to haggle. I'm just like, that's too expensive. I just walk away. I'm like, I don't need it that much.
네.
But then I think about it, and if I really want it, I'll go around the flea market. I'll walk around, and I'll come back. If it's still there, I'll say, "Oh, hey, remember me? I was thinking about this, and I do want to buy it, but not at that price." So I don't usually haggle at first. I wait, and then maybe I haggle later. Yeah. Yeah.
그러면 좀 성공률이 높아요?
상공요리?
성공률.
What does it mean?
그 해글을
victory. Like successful.
해글링을 성공하는 그 비율 퍼센티지?
Yeah, I think for me more than 50% that usually works. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, if something is too expensive, I don't feel that I need to buy it. I can just not buy it and I'm okay.
네.
But also, I was thinking about if something is very, very cheap, like let's say something is only $5. Normally it would be $100, but it's only $5.
네.
In that case, I usually don't. If I don't need it, then I don't buy it.
네.
Because I feel like some other person needs this more than me. They need this item for $5, not me.
진짜 그 생각 때문에.
Yeah. So I won't buy
맞아요?
something that's really, really cheap if I don't need it, because I know that somebody else needs it more. So I do that. I think that way too. Yeah.
아주 그 좋은 시민 의식을 가지고 있네요.
Maybe it's because I'm being a good citizen, but I think also I don't have a lot of space for things. I don't need more things, right? And if I buy it cheap and I don't use it, then I have to also sell it, and it's more work to sell it, and like maybe I would buy it for $5 than sell it for $20, but I don't need $15 very much either. So I don't need it. Yeah.
아, 그렇죠. 그게 맞죠. 필요 없는 거는
Yeah.
안 사는 게 맞죠.
Yeah.
네.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One other cultural thing I was curious about. So when I went to the big garage sale, the flea market, I noticed that people sell things for $5, $10, $15, right? But also, almost every house, right at the front of the house, there would be a box that would say free items. So in the free box would be useless stuff, right? 쓸데없는 물건, like just totally useless stuff.
네.
But when you see free, it's good advertising, right?
맞아요.
Everybody says, "Oh, free item," and they walk over and look in the box, see nothing useful. But then they look at the tables and say, "Oh, okay, maybe these pants, maybe this shirt I could buy." So
그런 효과가 있네요.
Yeah. So I was kind of curious. Maybe if you've seen in Korea flea markets, do they have that sort of free box, sort of?
제가 알기로는 없는 것 같아요.
Okay, you're not sure.
네, 그건 없는 것 같아요. 네.
Okay.
네. 그리고 지프가 얘기했던 그 옷 파는 그 중고 시장도
Yeah.
그 진짜 캐나다식 그 벼룩 시장이 아니라 그것도 그걸 다 모은 사람이 그냥 다른 사람이 그 모든 그 옷들을 다 모아서
Yeah.
그 팔러 오는 거일 거거든요.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, that's sort of what I was talking about. Wait, do you mean like a business that's open every day, or do you mean more like a special event?
그건 잘 모르겠어요.
Okay, so there's both.
네.
So the flea market, like I said, it's open only on weekends, just Saturday, Sunday. Lots of people gather and then sell their clothes. And things like that. That's the flea market. There's also what we call what is it called?
Used market?
Used
second-hand market?
Second-hand sounds right. But there is
네.
another word. Second-hand store. Thrift store. Thrift store.
Thrift store. 그렇게 얘기하는구나.
Yeah, thrift means cheaply. Buying cheaply is thrifty. 저렴하다, that would be thrifty, right? Or
네.
저렴하게, thrifty. So we call thrift store
네.
where people give their items for free to the store, usually donations to the store, and then the store sells them very, very cheap, like very cheap.
네.
And the money that they make, they donate to either homeless people or people without food or people who need more money, right? So they donate medicine and food and things like that. And we usually call those thrift stores. Thrift store. Yeah.
한국엔 그걸 비즈니스로
Yeah.
하는 곳들이 좀 있어요.
That's cool.
네.
Yeah. But yeah, I like thrift stores a lot. I like flea markets, like garage sales.
저도요.
Yeah. But mostly I don't buy very much. I just like looking. Cuz if you look 100 times,
네.
one time in 100, you'll see something very, very special, like very, very rare or very cool, like very exciting.
네.
item, you're like, oh, I really need that, or oh, that price is really good, or I have a friend who I could give that to. That's the perfect gift for somebody.
네.
So I like looking at thrift stores and flea markets.
그게 그거 구경하는 게 재밌어요.
Yeah. Just walking around. Yeah.
네, 재밌어요.
Yeah.
그러면 일단 녹화는 한 50분이 다 돼가는데 그런 플리마켓에서 제일 잘 샀다라고 얘기할 수 있는 물건 하나 있어요?
Things that sell really well, or things
아니요,
that I bought.
잘-
What's the best thing I bought?
네.
Well, okay. So at the most recent one, I bought a board game. It's called Galaxy Trucker, the board game.
갤럭시 트러커?
Galaxy Trucker. Yeah.
트래커?
Trucker.
트러커. 네.
Yeah. It means
네네.
person who delivers large items in a large truck, but in space. You have a spaceship. Very, very old game that's very, very fun. Usually would be like $80, $100, and I got it for $10. So that was a really, really good find, and I want to play it with my friends at work. So I was excited about that. That's one of the best things I've found at a garage sale. Yeah, not the best, but one of the best. Yeah.
오, 보드 게임.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you?
제 경우는 그 노트북이요. 맥북.
Wow. Really?
네, 그 전에 쓰던 노트북이 너무 오래돼서 그 노트북을 바꿔야 했어요. 그때 제가 막 유튜브를 시작했을 때였는데 노트북이 너무 구려서 안 좋아서 노트북을 바꿔야 되겠다 생각했는데 그냥 새 노트북을 사기엔 너무 비싸서 근데 또 맥북은 그 한국인들이요 일단 예뻐서 샀다가
Yeah.
그 익숙하지 않아서 그 맥 OS가 그 OS X 이런 게 익숙하지 않아서
Right.
그 금방 당근마켓에 파는 사람들이 많다고 하거든요.
So people see a MacBook and they're like, "Wow, it's so beautiful," and they buy it, and
네.
then they don't know how to use it.
네.
They're confused, and so then they just sell it.
네. 그러니까 뭐그 일단 쓰기도 불편하고
Right.
한국 은행 사이트
Yeah.
그리고 막 정부 웹사이트 그 이런 거 사용할 때 불편할 때가 좀 있거든요.
Right. Yeah.
뭐 지금은 좀 나아졌는지 모르겠는데 아무튼 그래서 그 막 맥북을 그 키워드 등록해놓고 막 보고 있다가
Right.
근데 그때 2019년이었나? 그랬던 것 같은데 2020년이었나? 맥북이 사양이 엄청 높은 게 올라왔어요. 일단 그 사이즈도 제일 큰 거고 맥북 프로인데 램이 64기가였어요. 엄청 높은 거죠.
Yeah. Nice big one.
그래서 그거 파는 분이 550만 원 정도에 샀는데 그 공식 오피셜 스토어에서 550만 원에 샀는데 220만 원에 파는 거예요. 반값도 안 되게. 그래서 제가 그거를 산다고 했죠.
Yeah, definitely.
네.
Wow, that's a good find.
네, 근데 그분이 알고 보니까 그분도 되게 오래된 프로그래머였던 거예요. 그래서 노트북 그 사양이 되게 엄청 높은 노트북이었고
Right.
근데 그런 노트북이니까 이거를 사는 사람은 누구 어떤 사람인지 궁금했나 봐요. 누가 이런 노트북을 사지? 이렇게.
Yeah, who would sell something like that?
누가 사지? 아니 파는 사람이.
Yeah, right.
파는 분이
Yeah.
자기가 팔면서 이거 누가 사지? 이렇게 궁금했던 거예요.
They were curious who would buy it.
네.
Right,
네.
I see.
네, 그래서 결국 그 직접 만나서 노트북을 사면서
Yeah.
그 커피 한 잔 하자고 하셔가지고 그분이
So you talked with him for a while?
네, 네.
Oh, that's cool.
그래서 친구가 됐죠, 친구.
Oh, really? You still stay in
네.
touch? You made friends with him?
네, 네. 아주 좋은 관계예요.
That's cool. That's great.
네. 그리고 이게 되게 제가 짧게 얘기했는데 또 그때 또 못했던 되게 재밌는 이야기들이 많았어요.
Wow, that's cool. That's so awesome.
아무튼 그래서 저는 친구까지 만들게 된
Right.
아이템이었어요.
That's awesome. Yep. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good spot to wrap up then.
네, 네. 네, 그러면 이쯤에서 마무리해 볼까요?
Yeah, let's do it.
네, 이번 시간은 그래서 미국, 캐나다와 한국의 중고 시장, 벼룩 시장, 바자회, flea market,
Yeah, flea markets, garage sales, yard sales, used markets, all of those. We talked about everything.
네, 이런 것들에 대해서 얘기를 해봤습니다. 그리고 뭐 해글링 이런 흔히 안 들어봤는데 많이 쓰이는 단어도 알아봤고요. 그러면 저희는 또 다음 시간에 유익하고 흥미로운 내용으로 돌아오겠습니다. 얘기 까먹을 뻔했다.
Yeah. What is it?
이 영상이 올라갈 때 얼마나 많은 분들이 관심을 가져 주실지는 모르겠지만 우리 포탈
Oh, yeah.
네, 포탈 이야기 곧 하기로 했잖아요.
Yeah. Next time, let's talk about Portal.
네. 가능하면 궁금했던
Right.
점이나 뭐 좀 네.
Do the people listening have questions that they want to ask me?
네. 그러니까 그런 거 있으면 너무 좋잖아요.
Right.
그래서 일단 그러면 우리가 포탈 에피소드를 녹화하기 전에
Yeah.
이 영상을 올리고 그리고 또 여러분이 그 영상을 보고 댓글을 달아주셔야겠죠?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
네.
So yeah, if we're talking about Portal next time, everybody who's listening, please leave any questions you have. I'll answer any question, anything at all. I'd be happy to answer. And we'll have a big talk about Portal. It'll be really fun. Portal and Portal 2, either one.
Left 4 Dead도 하면 안 되죠?
Oh yeah, we can talk about Left 4 Dead. We can talk about Counter Strike. If you have any questions, we can talk about them. But yeah,
네.
that'll be great.
부디 많은 관심 가져주시면 좋겠습니다. 그리고 또 제가 한국에 오랫동안 살았지만 한국 문화를 모르는 부분이 많기 때문에 여러분께서 찌프와 또 다른 외국인 구독자분들께 한국의 벼룩시장, 바자회, 중고시장에 대해 정정해주고 싶거나 고쳐주고 싶거나 또 새로 알려주시고 싶은 게 있으면 얼마든지 댓글에 남겨주시기 바랍니다.
Yeah, I'm so curious. Always want to learn about culture. So if you have thoughts about it, just let me know. I'm curious.
네, 참 그렇게 하면 얼마나 아름다운 커뮤니티가 되겠어요, 그렇죠?
Yep.
네, 욕은 하지 말아주시고요. 네, 그러면 저희는 또 다음 시간에 재미있는 콘텐츠로 돌아오겠습니다. 이상 하프앤하프의 정태웅이었습니다. 감사합니다.
And I'm Jeep, and you've been listening to Half and Half. Bye bye.